You may have people that identify as a specific identity, but some people don't. And that's why I say it's really important to ask, how do you identify? And it's about pronouns that you use. So, you might say their first name, but they might have she, her, they, them, that sort of stuff. And also, depending on their age and how comfortable that they are. And a safe place is not just the room that we're in now, it's also your mental health. So it could be that they don't feel safe because of the environment where that place is. For me, because I had a choice of either going into a bed sit or go back through that process, I chose the bed sit because I needed to have recovery, and it was close to meetings and I could walk to everything because I don't drive. But if you can imagine, I was dealing with other people that had other issues as well, and I was too young to be in anything 55 plus, so that was a difficulty to finding a place that suited me.
We've trained 10 participating agencies to be part of the Stable Housing Pilot Project. Some of them involve CamCare, Salvation Army in Camberwell, Don Care, Eastern Palliative Care, Swinburne University, Jobco, and so it's a range of health and social service agencies basically in Burundara, Manningham and Yarra. Some of the roles with some of the agencies that we've trained up have been intake workers, have been occupational therapists, they've been other roles where they've had contact with clients, such as some of the job service agency, they have longer term relationships with some of their clients, some of the preventative team at Swinburne University. So when we achieved that grant, it was really kick-started the project. We then developed a number of resources, and those resources took a lot of time to develop, and just working with the homeless service agencies and also working with council homeless persons, testing the resources, going back and forth, making sure that the language is simple, easy to understand. That took a lot of time, and also getting the online version of the tool is easy to access and easy to fill out. So that took a lot of time and effort, and we got through it in the end, and now we're at a point where we can be tested. In training 10 participating agencies for the Stable Housing Pilot Project, we've trained in total 79 staff and volunteers across those 10 agencies. The first referral came in early July this year, in 2018, and until early December in 2018, we've gotten a total of 49 referrals so far, and so that's sort of tracking on quite nicely. We anticipate that's around a couple of referrals each week.
And then I didn't have the links to the LGBTIQ community, and nobody seemed to know in my area either, and that's a missing as well. And that's what we're trying to address as part of peer education support program, because that's been identified. So that's why it's really important to have those conversations, because what you think may not be what they're thinking. And if you're not familiar with, and I really recommend that you have the training. There's training available, because some of you might be okay, some of you won't, and I'll pick it up.
I think, to me, the scariest thing that can happen, to me personally, would be to not have somewhere to sleep at night, to not have the supports available to me, to have a place to sleep. And so I figured that for anyone else, that must be a massively traumatic place for them to be in. And currently the homeless service system is structured around helping those people at that point of real crisis and trauma. And what they have to do is go and speak to someone who they've never met before and share some of the most uncomfortable and confronting stories of their life. And that must be really traumatic in itself. So if we can address that early, if we can stop people from getting to that point where they don't have somewhere to sleep, not only have we kept them in housing, and that's really good for their health, and it's really good for society, because it's a good economic cost to society. But we've also stopped that person from suffering that incredible trauma, and that's got to be a good thing.